My name is Allison Justice. I'm the Deputy Director of the CRA and one of the co-project managers on this project, along with Tanu Pena, who's out, Tanu, in her beautiful red jacket today. I'd like to acknowledge Commissioner Christina Lambert that's here, obviously the Mayor Keith James. Any other commissioners here this evening? Joe Peduzzi, Commissioner Joe Peduzzi is back here. Our City Administrator Jeff Green. So we have a lot of people in the house today, but this project will be starting today. The 200 block construction will run through the end of October, and the 100 blocks will be running through the holidays. It'll be ready for the holidays. So we'll keep everybody posted on the timeline, but right now I want to introduce Mayor Keith James.
Thank you very much, Allison. Good morning, everyone. What a lovely, lovely day, and we're embarking upon a new chapter in the history of West Palm Beach and Clematis Street. A special thank you to our friends at the CRA, Mr. Ward, I saw him. Allison, of course, your hard work. You guys do a tremendous amount for our city, and I appreciate all of what we're about to do here. I also want to acknowledge again Madam President Christina Lambert and Commissioner Joe Peduzzi. I don't see any of my other colleagues on the dais. I also want to recognize Burkhardt Construction and the design teams of Dover Cole and Kimberly Horn, who's here. I see some Kimberly Horn representatives. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you all for what you do and what you're about to do, and thank you also to all of our other partners who have gathered here today for what is truly a celebratory occasion. So as we're about to break ground today on phase 2 of the Clematis Streetscape project, I'd like to take a brief look back at how far we have come, noting the significance of Clematis Street and the role that it has played over the years. I call Clematis Street the city's main street. Since 1894, I feel like I'm Kelly Schoaf now. That's an inside joke for my fellow commissioners. She always gives us these historical insights. So, since 1894, Clematis Street has been the hub of the West Palm Beach Business District, and in more recent years, it has been dubbed the living room of the buzzing downtown community. The authentic architecture along Clematis Street has evolved over the last century, spanning nearly every significant era and style from 1890 to 2009. You know, it's also where we often come together as a community, whether it's on Saturday mornings to shop for antiques or fresh produce at the green market, or for a parade or for a festival. The significance of the street was not lost on us as we began considering the next phase of the improvements. Now, as all of you know, we launched the Clematis Streetscape project in 2018 with significant input from merchants, area stakeholders, residents, visitors, local partners, and more to hear their recommendations. And you know what? The feedback for phase 1 of Clematis Streetscape has been overwhelmingly positive. You know, early this year, more than 80% of respondents at one of our outreach events through the design thought the design of the 300 block achieved its goal of improving the public realm of Clematis Street either extremely well or very well. That's 80%. So kudos to all of you who are involved with the 300 block project. So as we're considering what we're going to do with the 100 block and 200 block, the design team took this feedback into consideration before drafting plans for this next chapter, and we'll get into more of that from our friends at the CRA. But the same careful consideration that went into the design of the space is also going into how this phase of the project will be managed. So with the season and green market in mind, I'm pleased to share that barring I can't even say the word, barring a major Mother Earth event, the team has laid out a timeline to be finished in time for the holidays. The 200 block will be completed much sooner. In fact, by October 31st, that's the plan. And we are anticipating that the 100 block will wrap up in December. Now, we're also taking a phased-in approach to the street closures. In fact, we're not shutting down both blocks today. I'm happy to report that the south side of the 100 block will remain open to vehicle traffic until August, and the north side of the 100 block until June. I'm also happy to share that this time we will make the pardon our dust period during phase 2 hopefully much more seamless. We'll have valets available in the evening. We will have improved wayfinding for merchants, which will be much more visible. And we've also executed a very slick marketing campaign to raise awareness of our valued merchants, and also events designed to activate the space and indeed draw people downtown. Now, why is this project so significant, you might ask? Good question. Since I asked it, it's got to be a good question. Simply put, people feel differently when interacting with the 300 block, and we want that experience to be felt throughout the Clematis corridor. When you pair a curbless street design with narrow traffic lanes, wider sidewalks, and more shade trees, the effects are felt when strolling down the street. The overall benefit is more space for people. Certainly for our pedestrians and walkers out there, there is a health and wellness benefit to that, but we also hope this translates into economic improvements. More business for our merchants, more jobs for our residents, and a more vibrant downtown. A modern Clematis Street that truly lives up to its potential. All of this is in line with my vision of creating a community of opportunity of all. Now, you want some more good news? The Community Events Department has a full lineup of events for you to get out your comfort cone and have a summer in paradise. This year's Summer in Paradise theme is iconic, a playful nod to the always iconic downtown, while acknowledging the orange traffic cone that will take center stage this summer. While the iconic orange traffic cone will signal roadwork ahead, it will also be a key image in the city's Summer in Paradise activations and branding. Each activation of this project plays on the word cone, and activities include Coney Island, a summer-long maze created out of construction materials, cone checkers, with cones as the checker pieces, and Kids Cone Zone, an opportunity for kids to touch and explore City of West Palm Beach trucks and construction vehicles. And let us not forget Snow Cone Saturdays, a free weekly giveaway for anyone visiting downtown, and much more. How's that for summer fun creativity? So mark your calendar. Summer in Paradise runs from Thursday, June 6th through Thursday, August 1st. And now let me introduce John Ward, our CRA Director. John?
Good morning. I'm John Ward. I'm the Director of the CRA, and it is a pleasure for me to take 2 seconds and introduce some folks, mention them, and praise them before they start to get beaten about the head and shoulders by everybody that has a store on this street as we're in the middle of the construction. It's going to be smooth, it's going to be easy, wait till you see how good it is. But today I want to introduce you to Allison Justice and Tinu Pena, who are our project managers here. They're the front line. Where is Allison? Allison in the orange, Tinu's over here someplace, there she is. They're going to be the front line on this construction. There is nothing more important that will take place down here that doesn't take place at the hands of these guys over here with Burkhart Construction. So thanks, guys. You'll be our frontline ambassadors for everybody walking up and down the road and wanting updates and things. They'll know everything that's going on. So good job. I want to thank Victor Dover of Dover Cole and Associates for designing the concept of this street. And of course, Kimley Horn for putting it all together and making the thing work, doing the plans and everything. These guys had done the same project on the 200 block, so we're looking forward to, on the 300 block, so we're looking forward to work here. And finally, I want to mention just some of the work that's coming up that'll be paid for by CRA bonds in the upcoming year. You're going to see a tremendous amount of road work next year and the coming couple of years. Obviously, this is phase 2 of the Clematis project. Phase 3 will begin next year up at the other end. That's going to be an exciting thing when we put it all together. Of course, we're doing the alleyways as well. But what you may not know is that we've got major projects planned for Banyan, Rosemary, Tamarind Street, Datura, Ivernia. So your downtown is going to have a completely more walkable and updated look to it, and we're all excited about that. And of course, the CRA's been involved in things like the new hotel that's going in over here. Banyan Square is exciting. And of course, the new facade on 302 Datura over here is something else that we do. So those are the kinds of things that we do. We hope they make your life more pleasant and the city more exciting and vital. It's a pleasure to be here today, and thanks for coming.
3, 2, 1.
There we go.